Hi everyone, this is Melanie. I've gotten quite a few questions recently, messages basically, and it's basically asking how did I lose the weight, right? How did I go from 275 to 160 so quickly? And I probably answered this many times in my other videos, but I guess this main video is going to mainly focus on it because I get the question asked so much. But basically, I don't know how I lost it so quickly. I did lose it in 8 months, yes. But in order for me to, I guess, lose the weight, something had to click in here, okay? And I remembered it all started the day of my liquid diet. I remember saying to myself, I was so scared of the liquid diet. I really was. And I just remembered saying to myself, Melanie, how are you going to do this? How are you going to be on liquids for a month? I had no idea what to expect. But the next day, something just clicked in my head. I'm like, this is it. You're starting your new journey. You're going to have surgery in 2 weeks. And you're going to start your journey, and you just have to make it work, you know? It's all about the drive, and it's all about the determination and the motivation, and I know you probably get sick of hearing that all the time, but that's basically what it all comes down to, making it work, because it all starts from here, changing your mental attitude, changing your mental self, because basically, if I didn't change, myself mentally, I don't think I would be able to do it. You understand? It also took a lot of self-control. I know, with any surgery, it's difficult. It's only a tool, right? But me basically talking from my personal, weight loss surgery, which was the Lapand, I knew that I could basically eat anything I want, I mean, it's not going to prevent you from eating ice cream or chips or goodies, So basically, you have to have a lot of self-control because it's going to take a while to get the restriction, and it's not going to happen overnight right after the surgery. So you have to just prepare yourself, mentally to lose the weight. But basically, this is how I did it. I lost 20 pounds before I had my surgery. I had 2 weeks to be on liquids, and then I exercised 2 times a day. In the morning I did 30 minutes on the treadmill, and then after work I also did 30 minutes on the treadmill, and I stood on that liquid diet, and I lost 20 pounds before I had the weight loss surgery. So that was a big plus. I went from 275 to 255, the day of my surgery. And I also did ab workouts. With the ab workouts, it was easier for me to do it before surgery. And I would do anywhere between like 300 to 500 crunches easily before I had my surgery. That's not the case now because with the port, it makes it difficult, to do ab exercises. However, after I had surgery, this is what I did. I stood on an 800 calorie diet. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, I did not eat after 7 p.m. Those were my 2 strict rules. Stick between 800 to 1,000 calories. I really stuck under 800 calories. And then I didn't eat after 7 o'clock. And that was 2 huge things for me. In order to keep track of your calories, I suggest that you always write how many calories you eat. There's stuff on your iPhone that you can well, I don't know if everybody has an iPhone, but there's an app for that, that you could track stuff and be like, well, this amount of calories and stuff like that. Or write it on a piece of paper, keep track of it. I personally did not do that. I didn't track my food. Why? Because I already knew exactly how many calories I ate a day because I would eat the same thing every day, and I have a video about that too, what I ate on that particular day and what I would eat every day, so I knew that I wasn't surpassing 800 calories a day, so I didn't need to track my calories. Basically, you have to do 10,000 steps a day, okay, and in order to do that, you need to buy yourself a pedometer, okay, in order to keep yourself accountable for your steps. You could buy a pedometer in like Walmart, Target, you know, any place. Okay, starting out, you start out slow on the treadmill, right? And it's very, very difficult. You're going to be like, I want to give up. You're going to be out of breath, basically. You're going to be like, I can't do this. Push, 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 push yourself. That's all the best that I could tell you. Keep pushing yourself. Because there was days on those treadmills, let me tell you, that after I got out of the treadmill, I would just throw up because I was so nauseous, because I kept pushing myself and pushing myself and pushing myself, because I was like, you're not going to get out of here until you do 3 miles, or you do a 5K, or you do 5 miles, you know, you're not going to get out of this treadmill. And I would just, and you know how New York is, it's like freezing cold, and I would just like open up my balcony and just be like, oh, in the freezing cold, okay, like 20-degree weather, and after I work out, I would just stand outside for like 20 minutes because I was so out of breath, you know, and let me tell you, you feel nauseated, you feel like you're going to faint and stuff. That's the most difficult part. Let me tell you, that's all going to pass. It's all going to pass because you're going to get used to the exercise. It might take you 2 weeks, it might take you a month, but you will surpass it. So it's very difficult at first. I remember I was doing... I started out, I think, doing 30 minutes, and I was only probably doing about a mile, 2 the most. Then I increased it to a 5K in time, of course, when I was prepared. And then I started doing 5 miles, you know, and that was my daily routine, doing 5 miles a day on the treadmill, between 5 to 6 times a week. And I would also do, I worked out at home, okay? My machines were at home. I didn't even go to the gym, okay? So I lost all this weight at my house. So what else do I have to say? Oh, I did get on my elliptical too, and I did that for anywhere between 30 minutes to an hour. So that was about, I would do 5 miles in probably an hour, and then 30 minutes to an hour on the elliptical. So that was a lot of exercise every day for 5 to 6 times a week. And basically I had no life. I didn't have a social life. I couldn't really pay attention to, I guess, my family. You know, I did tell my husband that, you know, to give me some time, and he had to take care of the household, and he had to take care of my son, because I had to focus on myself. And I know that you guys might think that that's like grimy and, you know, selfish, but I had to do it for me, you know, because I just had one thing on my mind, and that was to lose the weight, you know, as quick as I can, and just be like concentrated, because to tell you the truth, I've never been, you know, under, I think, 230, you know, or for as long as I can remember, I've never been under 230, 220. So I did that. Let's see what else I would do. Okay, you have to like burn at least half of the amount of calories you consume a day. So let's say you consumed, I don't know, 800 calories, at least burn 400 calories. So that's very important. Also, another important thing is to drink as much water as you can. I've never been a water drinker, and I'm going to admit that that's one of the rules I didn't follow. I always felt, and I was having this conversation yesterday with Bandit Wendy over the phone, and I don't know, for some reason I always felt that my water, every time like I would drink too much, it would just ball up in my stomach, and I would like shake, you know, the water would just be there. Whenever I walked, the water would just stay in my stomach, and I could feel it. So I wasn't able to drink as much water as most people have. Let me see what else. But I think that's it. Those are the main ones. Keep yourself accountable on YouTube. You know, if you do videos, keep yourself accountable on that. What me and a few of the girls do now, you know, we do a side body shot Wednesdays, which we do on Facebook. It's SBSW for short. And basically what we do every Wednesday is that we take side body shots. You know, we go in front of the mirror and we just take pictures of ourselves weekly on Wednesday. And that's also a great motivation as well. One of the main motivational things for me was to report my weight on YouTube every week, you know. And that was basically it. I'm trying to remember what else. I think that how I lost this so quickly, it has to do, I guess, with my age. It had to do with my metabolism. You know, I see so many videos here on YouTube, and I know I had the weight loss of, I guess, an RNY person, and I'd be like, damn, you know, how did I do it so quickly? And, you know, people take more than a year to do it. I ask myself that question all the time, and I don't even know the answer, to tell you the truth. I mean, all I could say is that I pushed myself and I exercised every day, you know, and I didn't eat after 7, and I ate 800 calories basically every day, and that's how I did it, you know, and did 5 miles a day. But I mean, that's exactly what I did. I didn't do anything else that was special. If you're asking me if I ate any junk food, I mean, I can tell you that I was probably one of the strictest person out there. I was so strict on myself. I mean, out of my whole entire journey within the 8 months, I think I only cheated once or twice, and it was probably with like chips and salsa, you know, and it was just like a few chips. But throughout that whole entire journey, I didn't eat not like one pizza, one burger. I didn't go to the fast food not once, no ice cream, no chips, you know. I mean, I was so strict on myself. I was just like all about losing the weight. And I think that had a big part to do how I did it so quickly. I know there's probably more, and I can't remember because I'm just like talking and I didn't write anything down. But basically that's it, guys, and that's how I did it. Alright, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.